Hi everyone, today I'm here at Pensbury Place. I've come to speak to CWU members regarding what their concerns are, what their thoughts are on the takeover bid.
The Czech billionaire who's hoping to take over Royal Mail has warned that not all demands by unions can be met. Daniel Křetínský has made a £3.6 billion bid for the firm.
We hear bits about this character taking over, but it's quite a lot of people. You can hear in people's voices when they talk about it. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry, a lot of unknown. That's the issue, it's the unknown.
I joined on from the apprentice scheme. I'm not sure what his views on that will be, whether that will be something that continues. But it was really helpful for me. It was a nice introduction to the company. And that would be my number one concern. Will that stay on? Will there be other opportunities for people to join on with the company so that it still remains as it is?
We've had a lot of management changes, and it's a lot of concern, like how the management treat us. Is it going to change? Are we going to change the USO? We're still here to serve the public.
In terms of what I was saying, Greg, around the USO, there are concerns obviously around potentially going to 3 days a week, sort of the service being diluted, and it offers a lot of uncertainty in where we're going to be, and could it lead to, it makes me ask the question, could it lead to part-time jobs? Could it lead to more job cuts? But then on the other hand, I'm asking myself, could it lead to innovative duty patterns? Could we get more time away from the job? But the questions there are just, we don't know what way it could go.
Daniel Křetínský, Visa, looking to take over the company. What are your concerns?
That we're not going to be listened to and we're all going to be out of a job. They're not going to listen to us, and from the top, they don't know how it's meant to work, really, to be honest. They don't know the struggles that the posties go through. So
a bit sceptical. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe outshifting it as well is another concern, that you can't do a worse job than what they've done personally over the last 10 years.
Biggest concerns are that you've got somebody who's not known for wanting to be a part of a postal industry, jumping into what is basically one of the biggest industries in this country, and it's ripe for asset stripping. It's possible that he really wants to make a go of this, but to be honest with you, we've seen this so many times before. Once they're in, we've got a massive pension. We've got assets that, on paper, make us worth an awful lot of money. And some guy from somewhere making all these promises, and he's going to buy us outright, and we're going to hand one of the biggest assets this country's ever had in its history to a guy who's an unknown quantity. And there's no guarantees that he's not just going to cut us up, strip us away, and make us like one of his other competitors.
Now, the Postal Service can trace its roots as far back as 1516, when Henry VIII knighted the first master of the post. The British government privatised it about a decade ago.
If a takeover were to take place, my concern would be that there'd be mass job cuts. I believe that at the moment, since privatisation, quality of service has been put last. I'd be worried about the USO, and quite a number of. I'd just be in general worried about my future.
Excellent views coming from CWU members there. Their thoughts on it was all about asset stripping, pensions, job security, even down to workplace practices, the current duty structures that they're on. Everything ranging from what they do day to day to the biggest issues around their pensions. We need the union to get some guarantees, we need the government to ensure that people are protected, and we need people just to make sure that their concerns are addressed in the future.